So we're doing a Tzadok on Ve'ira. Hashem says to Moshe, go say what to Paro Melech Mitzrayim, everything I'm going to tell you. Moshe says, I am Arel Svasayim. I can't speak so good. Look to Zohar, why can't he speak so good? What's the problem? So because the Dibur is in Golis. Speech is in Golis, is in exile, so of course he can't speak well. What does Hashem say? Hashem says, don't worry. Your brother Aaron will be your prophet. You will speak everything I command you. And Aaron, your brother, will speak to Paro. And he will send Klal Yisrael from his land. Okay. First it's Tzadok. I don't understand. If the reason why Moshe Rabbeinu can't talk in a way that's going to be useful is because Dibur and Golis, speech is in exile, so what in the world is going to help me? What is the use of sending Aaron? I thought speech is in Golis. That was the question. So that's a strong question. So he answers like this. He says, listen. Moshe Rabbeinu represented the written Torah, Torah Shebechsav. So Torah Shebechsav, they were in Mitzrayim trying to pick up sparks. They seen the Torah Shebechsav. They seen the Torah Shebechsav, that was in Golis because the Mitzrayim were coming along and they're showing all these miracles and doing all these things that are the opposite. They seem to be the exact opposite of real revelation. Torah Shebechsav is outright revelation, especially in these Parshas. So the place of outright revelation, Moshe Rabbeinu, he's the aspect of Torah Shebechsav. He is sort of bound, held back. Aaron HaKohen is more of a chin of Torah Shebal Peh. He could already talk. The Kohen can help. Right? Aaron HaKohen, he's able to help. He's more a different bechina. He's a different inyan. And the way he puts it, he says Moshe Rabbeinu had a murdika power nevuah. Spaklaya meira. He couldn't speak. The person is really mechuba like he should be the Torah Shebechsav and connected the way he ought to be. So then, like Moshe, so then you just need to say a dibra is like unbelievable level, right? So he can't speak, but someone who's a different level, he could speak. That's what he said. He's in Torah Shebal Peh wasn't begolos until Yavon. He said Yavon B'chlal, what they did, they denied it entirely. They're very philosophical, and they entirely denied the whole nisim and all these things that happened. So that's already this place where you start to get to the nitty gritty of Torah Shebal Peh. They B'chlal are not so, they're not accepting of it. But the Torah Shebechsav, now is the time when that was in Golis. Therefore, Moshe Rabbeinu couldn't speak. That's how Tzadok explains. The lesson here is to find another way. Find another way, because sometimes a person is not able to speak, can't actualize, can't get things together, can't deal with this power and all these whatever you have to deal with. So you have to find a different way. Power is pera. They state this far. Nonsense is also. Power is pera. Power is pera. Moshe Rabbeinu. It's pera. You can't talk. You can't. It's very hard with this power. Right? Power is ha'orif, like the. Also, Zohar, I think the Tolos brings this idea. Power is ha'orif, the back. He got you by the back of the scruff of the neck. I think you have to learn how to be. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna find another way. Wait, patience, and everything. Everything works. To find the right way, find the proper way, everything will be fine. That's Hashem. So that's a big lesson here. Big lesson here is that if it's not one way, then another way. That's what Nassim said. He says a person wants to daven properly. He sees his davening never didn't go so well. He said, learn, do something. Don't be invested too much in the one thing so that it ruins your day. Grab other things. Say Tehillim, learn, have a kfiyas, be mechazik someone, do chesed, figure things out so that you're doing whatever you can do, and you're for Hashem to help. And eventually you'll be taken out of Mitzrayim. That's really what it is. We want to be zocha to leave Mitzrayim. We'll be zocha to Mitzrayim. The main thing is this element of the ratzon. Want, as we spoke about before. It's very, very important. The yearning and the desire, and finding your real desire. What do you really want? A person does not want to waste his time. He does not want to not be actualized. That's not what he really wants inside. Inside, he wants to use his time. He wants to be actualized. That's what's really going to give him sipuk, and give him connection, and give him satisfaction. That's really the merdika no Hashem. The person feels like he's doing what he's supposed to do. So that's the lesson here. Moshe can't speak. You figure Hashem. sends another way. There's a Gadol says this. There are other ways. You figure it out, B'ez Hashem. That's I think another lesson here. B'ez Hashem.